we got some more whistles. Oh, Seth Jackson. Is Jackson? Okay. All right, we are about ready for the first snap of the game. Looks like the Predators have the ball, and Ricky already under duress, rolling out. Ball is long and incomplete. Well, bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Predators. That was a really abrupt start.
I'm going to correct again. The Predators had the ball to start the game.
All right, so that was wow, that started up out of nowhere. 2nd down and 10 for the Predators after that incomplete pass. Ricky under duress after the first play of the game. Offensive line definitely going to be a pivotal point for the Predators, to say the absolute least. Ricky back to pass, looking to the sideline, and oh my God, that did not take long. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was very exciting, and I guess the players are going to have to be very careful. Interesting note about the walls here. There's actually nothing holding them in place. They are drilled together, but there are no weights on the back end. They are just walls, and they're not connected to each other. So if a player hits them hard enough, in theory, they will fall over. And as you saw there, Scott Gray just about knocked it over after the second play of the game. And, oh, come on, they called that incomplete. I thought he had it.
That's what I thought, but they picked up the ball at the middle of the field, so be 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 for the Preds. Ricky looking long, and maybe some PI there, maybe not. Depends on who you ask, I suppose.
If you ask Mike Lee Sr., he'd give the call.
Okay, my microphone actually got knocked out there. I was getting kind of careless again. The fans, they didn't have chairs. I really don't remember if they had chairs here last time or not, but they don't have chairs now, so all the fans are standing up, and it's really hard to see. It means we have to stand up too, and when I stand up, I'm liable to knock stuff over. So I can only pray that this audio is still on. 4th and 10 for the Predators already. Not the start they envisioned, I imagine. Cedric Proctor on the far sideline. Ricky in the shotgun. Predators have not gained any yardage thus far. Dubs to the right. Ricky back to pass. Got a clean pocket. Looking over the middle. And
got his man.
Proctor right at the sticks. He was never touched down, so I think they're going to give him the first. And the Preds are moving it forward. Yes, first down, Predators. So Ricky McKinney so far 1 of 3 for 10 yards, but again, that's just true Ricky fashion. When you need the 10 yards, he gets you the 10 yards. That's what happens. Just a quick out route to Cedric Proctor. Actually, it looked like it could have been a curl that got flexed a little bit at the sticks. Saw Ricky coming into the inside, so he flexed it inside a little bit too. Now, this is, as you can see on camera, I'm sure, we are not far away from the wall either, maybe 7 feet. So we are in the danger zone as well right here. Ricky back to pass, looking over the middle, fires, and almost intercepted. One of the Lions teammates actually took his own DB out. Could have probably should have had the pick there, but 44 ran into his own man as he was catching the ball and couldn't hang on. I honestly don't think I've ever seen that happen. Like, I've seen DBs run into each other, but I've never seen one actively take out his teammate and prevent an interception. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Predators.
I don't think he realized that Ricky throws a bullet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So unless you're a teammate of him,
unbelievable throwing velocity. Doubles formation to the left side. Cedric Proctor going to go in motion. Ricky back to pass and throws a screen and got about 6 yards. Great little play there. Again, we actually have 2 receivers with dreads. I thought Proctor was the only one. All right. So Carry-On's not at running back. Gotcha. All right, so gain of 5 yards there for the Predators. Going to bring up a very manageable 3rd down and 5. Again, we've had 6 straight passes for Ricky McKinney. This could be 7. And no, there's a handoff. I guess he heard us. And I'm not sure if that's Carry-On Moore or Cedric Proctor. Yeah. And Carry-On, confirmed by Donnie Berg, who is still right here beside us, able to get 2 yards on that one. Going to bring up 4th down and 3, so another very, very important 4th down conversion. What's not working?
It's not working. Oh, I can't get it pulled up. They said my camera not supported.
Oh, no, I'm streaming it on my phone. I meant for you to go into my page and share what I'm streaming.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, so wide receivers on this play. Jamaica Russell, Jamaica Marcus, Scott Gray, and Cedric Proctor, I assume, is over there on the far sideline. 4th and 3. Would not be surprised to see a run here. And, it's a fake for McKinney. He's got all day, and he just takes off straight up the middle. That was a run, turn a play-action pass, turn a quarterback draw, because as soon as they saw Ricky kept that ball, the pass rush completely bailed out. They all went way behind the sticks, and Ricky was looking to throw that one. I guess that shows that the Lions have watched their film, because they all went back to drop into coverage, and that opened up running lanes for Ricky underneath, just able to pick up the first down. Probably one of the easiest first downs he's ever gotten, I'd love to say.
Yeah. Got a lot of yards on that, too.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't just 3.
And here we go, another big 4th down conversion for the Predators. 2 on this drive. McKinney back to pass. Got all day again, and pass is, did he catch that? We've got flags.
Got a flag.
I know the pass looked like it was too wide, but Cedric Proctor did corral it there at the end. No signal for the referees. I really don't know what's going on. There's a lot of fans in our way, and we can't really see anything. Holding on the Lions, so that should move the ball forward some. And I guess they're going to call that one incomplete, but that's going to be a 10-yard game for the Predators regardless of what actually happened. Yep, and there's confirmation. You're in demo, Jackson.
And they're still in a first down, or another first down.
Yep, so 3 first down, and wow, the tape on the field is already coming up. Well, not even the technology that doesn't use electricity is safe. Those are the stakes in this faux championship game right now. That is how high stakes this is. Nothing will work. McKinney just going to hand it off to Moore. Makes some men miss. I can't tell how far he's getting. Moves into the end zone. Touchdown, Predators. Wow, what a run. Making men miss in the backfield. That is Carry-On Moore, who had an outstanding game last time out. Puts the Predators up 6-0. And again, how many times have we said this? The Predators jump out to an early 6-0 lead after the first drive of the game.
Well, this is the first time they've had the first score.
No, they have the first score a lot.
Well, I thought that the other team scored and then they just went on a trip.
No, the Preds almost always score first. It's after we score that the other team goes on a trip. So,
okay.
But again, both times this year, it's taken the other team a while to get going. McKinney back in the shotgun. Preds going to go for 2 here, up 6-0. Ricky looking to pass. There was some serious PI. Ricky just has to take off. I don't know if he got that or not. Again, we can't see anything because of the way the fans are positioned. I'll tell you, as ridiculous as this sounds, I think I'm going to have to put my phone in my pocket and stand up on this stool to see everything. But, yeah. Oh, well, apparently, according to the scoreboard, we never got the touchdown either. Yeah. All right, so confirmed that the 2-point conversion attempt was failed. Jamaica Marcus on the left side just got shoved into the ground on a whip route there. Should have been a flag that would have given the Predators a 1-yard 2-point conversion attempt. Refs either didn't see it or didn't care to throw the flag, but the scoreboard's updated now. So with 8:13 left on a time-consuming drive, it didn't feel like 7 minutes in real life, much less game time, but in 7 minutes and 47 seconds, the Predators jump out to a 6-0 lead. And now here we go. Hunter Rippey and his Georgia-Lina Lions with their formidable rushing attack, though their bell cow, Tremaine Germany, number 78, is not in the backfield. They're going their speed back with it. Rippey's just going to throw out a quick hitch, and he might have gotten 5 or 6 yards on that play. We're going to call it 2nd and 4 for the Lions.
Yeah, it looks like 2nd and 4, maybe 5.
Okay, and I'm really sorry that everybody on Facebook is going to be seeing the inside of my pocket.
Got a stamp.
But, Rippey is out to roll again, and pass is broken up, and that's an interception! That is an interception! It never hit the wall! Wow! And I turned off my phone, no less. Wow, I feel really dumb right now. So for those of you that missed it, on a really dramatic play and no signal yet, I actually think are they keeping that ball with the Lions? They are. Wow, again, it's tough to tell, especially from this angle. If the ball hits the outside wall of the venue, it's dead. But Rippey rolled out on that pass. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, by the way. Yeah, Rippey rolled out on that pass, threw it just kind of up for grabs. Ball was batted up in the air, went almost straight up. We couldn't tell if it hit the wall or just didn't hit anything. If it didn't hit anything, it's live, and was then intercepted by one of the Predators. But Refs called an incomplete pass, 3rd down 4 for the Lions.
Looked like number 7 tipped it to start with to make it an incompletion. 3rd down.
Rippey in the shotgun looking to pass. One receiver on his left side. And it's a handoff to their running back. And he tried to make some men miss. I really don't know that he got anything out of it. Again, he might have gotten a yard or two, but I don't think he was able to pick up the first. Or no, they're going to give it to him. 1st down Lions. Again, it's just so hard to see.
Well, you can't see over because there's no stand, so everybody is along the boards.
All right, so, okay, 6 minutes. We've been here for 9 minutes. I tell you what, I'm going to cut my losses, at least just test this out for a little bit. I'm going to take the down and distance marker off the scoreboard because I'm not going to be able to run it from my current position. I'm going to very dangerously, and I'm legally obliged to tell you not to try this at home, as Hunter Rippey lines up with trips to his right, just a quick hitch out to his receiver. Might have gotten a yard on that one. The Preds were definitely ready for it. I'm going to stand up on top of the stool I was sitting on in what is likely a very dangerous fashion in an attempt to see.
If he falls to the left, he's going to take me out too.
Shoot. Yeah. I know. I can hear you. Okay? I can hear you.
2nd down.
All right, so here we go. Rippey back to pass. Looks one way. Tries to go the other way, but only his running back is there, and he might have lost yardage on that play. Jamaica Marcus there right at the line of scrimmage to make that tackle. They're going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Lions. And a very, very important play thus far. Again, their entire playbook is still open, and I would imagine with the way Hunter Rippey played last time these teams met, you don't have to have the most diverse playbook in the world. You can probably get away with running the same 10 to 15 plays in different orders throughout the entire game. So your entire playbook is open here, but if this is an incomplete pass or if the Lions lose yardage, they're going to be in big trouble. Hunter Rippey's got 2 receivers to his left. Nobody appears to be going in motion unless he's looped someone around. And they're going to loop trips to the left. And I think they just tried to get the Predators to jump. They did, but they didn't blow any whistles. So there's free play. Rippey's running, and he might have gotten 4 or 5 yards on that quarterback scramble.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like Rippey dove forward there at the end of the play. Might have gotten some more yardage, but again, I think it was a fault. I think it was an offsides penalty on the Predators. So they'll just decline that, cut their losses, and get into a really, really manageable 4th down and 3 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock is stopped right now to account for the referees trying to figure everything out. And no, it's a false start on the Lions. And I think the Predators declined the penalty to set up 4th down and 9. Again, and I do think that's the right decision, Bob, declining that penalty, putting the Lions in a long yardage situation, though somehow it's still 3rd down and 9.
The yard marker is still so
4th and 9.
3rd. Don't understand that.
It should be 4th down and 9 for the Lions. So here we go. Hunter Rippey in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, going to motion 1 back, but he's going to come to the line once more. Rippey looking, rolling out again. He's got a rusher right in his face, but he makes a miss. Going to the sideline, just kind of throws it out there, and it's over the head of his intended receiver. Going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Lions. Number 20 for the Predators in coverage. Number 8 for the Lions, the intended receiver.
Don't understand. They throw a flag, nothing's marched off, and it still stays 3rd down.
Yeah. Man, this is Colorado versus Missouri all over again, the 5th down game. Okay, so, well, it's 4th down for sure now, or I think, no, we got a timeout somewhere, and it's we got a Predator down. It is number 20, the man who just made that play. Can you grab the roster and see who 20 is, Bob?
Chris Edwards.
And
wide receiver DB.
Yeah, and Edwards is back up. That's a good sign. Hopefully it was just a stinger, and he's jogging off the field. That's a really good sign. So, all right, when we get to a break, I'm going to try to move this setup backward a little bit so I'm beside the camera instead of right next to it. Because, again, I'm having to stand up on a stool right now to see over the heads of all the fans so we can tell what's happening. But if we tilt the camera too far, you see me. Rippey, 2 receivers to his left, looking, got a clean pocket, but he's going to take off anyway. Hit as he throws, and passes broken up and intercepted by number 5 of the Predators on 4th down and 9.
Octavius Love.
Octavius Love. Who else, man? who other than Octavius Love to have the game's first interception and the first turnover on downs for the Lions. Again, very similar to how things started out the last time these two teams played, but again, in this last scenario, the Predators got that fourth down conversion right at this area, the fourth down stop, right at this area of the field, and were not able to capitalize on the ensuing drive. So hopefully they'll have a little bit better luck this time. Going to be first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line, it looks like. Ricky McKinney still in at quarterback, had a great drive last time, threw a lot of incompletions, but when it mattered, he got the ball to his receivers in a very timely fashion, was able to make some great plays along the way. Ricky McKinney wants in the shotgun, carry on Moore beside him. Moore's going to block. No, he's going out for a pass. It looks like Ricky's going deep. Got him in. Touchdown! Predators! I can't tell who that is. I think it's Cedric Proctor. Who's 14, Bob?
14 is Mike Leeds.
Oh, I see the hoodie now. It looked like dreads. He always has that hood on under his jersey. So Mike Lee Sr. with an easy walk-in touchdown on a post. It's good. And again, I'm honestly surprised Ricky was able to get that pass off. That's really impressive with how low the ceiling is. Now, Lord knows he's got the arm power to do it, of course, throw it on a wire like that. But I would say in this venue, maybe 20 feet. Demo. Puts the Predators up 12-0.
Ricky said on the way up here he's going to throw line drives.
Yeah. Kinney in the shotgun, two receivers to his left, rolls out to the right, got a rusher right in his face, just kind of throws it up for grabs. It's going to be almost intercepted, but the Lions dropped it. I don't know how far he could have gotten if he did catch that. There is a flag on the play. All right, just don't tilt the camera over any further, because I'll be in frame if you do. This is as far back as I can get. Risking life and limb here to deliver the best game experience we can. And even then it may not be enough, who knows. But as of now, 7:30 p.m. on July 11, 2020, the Predators up on the Georgia-Lina Lions 12-0, staring down a 14-0 lead. The flag was on the Lions, actually, it looks like, so the Predators are going to have an even easier two-point conversion attempt from the 1-yard line. In the huddle, I'd be stunned if this is anything other than a run straight up the middle. Maybe a quarterback read for McKinney, but that would be the fanciest I would think they'd get. I only see two receivers in the formation. I think the Preds only have 7 men on the field. Yep, there's Mike Lee's coming in. There he is. So Ricky's going to have two receivers on his right, on his left-hand side this time. Lee goes into motion. Ricky rolls out to the right, got another flag down. This could be a hold. As it stands now, Cedric Proctor actually was going out of bounds. He lateraled it to someone else, but he's going the wrong way. Carry on Moore, way more flags. I think there was a huge block somewhere. Moore ends up on the bottom of the dog pile. We got flags everywhere. Chaos, mass hysteria, cats and dogs living together on that play. And 2 flags on the Predators. Both of them are declined after all that. So at the end of the day, despite the excitement, despite the laundry on the field, the 2-point conversion attempt is unsuccessful. Lions don't want to give them another chance. 12-0 Predators with 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Get the maple syrup out because we just had a pancake.
Yeah, if that play is an indicator of things to come, I am very excited for what this game is going to entail. Again, we've got a faux championship game on our hands here. We don't really know what to expect from it because as things stand now, this is the last game of the season for both teams. We don't know if there's going to be more games. We don't know if there's going to be something resembling a playoff later on. Lots of things could happen, but nothing is certain at this point. So we're calling this the league championship. If the Lions win, they are the COVID League champions. If the Predators win by more than 13 points, they will be tied with the Lions in the series, but have the better win as they won by more points. And likewise, they will be the COVID League champions. But again, we are very early in this game right now. Hunter Rippey needs to mount a good drive for the Lions here. Rippey in his own end zone, looking back to pass, had a rusher in his face, and the pass is broken up. Tried to throw a hitch to the far sideline, and Cedric Proctor was able to step in front of the passing lane and knock that ball away. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Rippey and the Lions.
Looked like Love on that knockdown too.
No, That was Proctor. Proctor's got the short dreads and the white socks. Love doesn't have dreads.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, I haven't. Love is right there on the near sideline. You see him? He's got no sleeves and black elbow pads.
Yeah, like a cornerback.
Yeah. Hunter Rippey has 2 receivers to his left-hand side. Motioning right. Oh, and there's a bobbled snap. Running back was tackled at the line of scrimmage, but he broke it. Got a little bit further. I think that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9, if I had to guess. Again, a very broken play. We saw a lot of bad snaps for the Lions last time these two teams played. And we saw a lot when they played the Cowboys 2 weeks ago as well. Snap accuracy, a huge issue for both teams at this point. Early on, looks like the Lions may be struggling a little bit more with it. But again, they were able to get the most of that one and made something out of nothing. Credit to the running back for getting something done there. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9 instead of potential safety. And we've hit the
quarter, I believe.
No, we've got 1 minute left in the first. Or no, they're going to call that at the end of the first. So that is it. The end of the first quarter. 12-0, your score with the Predators leading. Lions have 3rd down and 9 from their own 6-yard line coming up. All right, so while we're in the break, I imagine we're going to take a little bit of a timeout here. I'll try to explain the situation these teams are in right now. Okay, so there is a team in the AL known as the Tampa Bay Tornadoes, and up until an undisclosed point, that was probably a week or 2 ago, they were set to play a schedule. They were set to play a 20-point schedule, but because of the resurgence of coronavirus in Florida, they forewent that plan and are no longer playing a schedule. Now, the Tornadoes are the last team on the schedules of both the Georgia-Lina Lions and the Carolina Predators. So with those games now lost, this is the last game of the season for both the Lions and the Predators. The Lions are 2-0 with wins against the Predators and the Cowboys, and the Predators are 1-1 with a win against the Southern Team and a loss to the Georgia-Lina Lions 3 weeks ago. So the theory is that this is the league championship, since the 2 teams with the best records in the league are meeting together in the last game of the season. On paper, this should be the championship, provided that there aren't any more games or playoff. And I guess after this game, the winner will be determined the reigning COVID League champion until we actually get more news on what's supposed to happen. But because of their loss against the Lions, if the Predators are going to win this championship, they must beat the Lions by more than 13 points. If the Lions win this game by any amount, they are the champions. Or if they just cover the spread. And false start, the Lions not going to help much there. Again, because the Predators lost by 12 points last time, if the Lions lose this game but do not lose by more than 13 points, they will have the better win in the series, as they will have beaten the Predators by more points and will be declared champions. So after that false start, going to be half the distance goal, 3rd down and 12 for the Lions. Hunter Rippey standing in his own end zone, got 2 receivers to his right, looking, got a clean pocket, just delivers it straight downfield.
And we got another pick.
Wow, that was really close. A great job by number 8 of the Lions to knock the ball out of the DB's hands. I mean, Hunter Rippey threw it right to number 22, Bishop Sr. Had the pick in his hands, and the receiver just had to go over there, be a safety, and knock the ball out of his hands to prevent a potential turnover. But even then, it puts the Lions in a really, really tough spot. 4th down and 12 from their own 2-yard line. The stakes don't get higher than this, folks. This is going to be something else right here.
Yes. In this, you go for the 1st down. And
yeah, I mean, that's really all you can go for at this point. Yeah. Unless you want to get really aggressive and go for the end zone, I don't think they're going to see it coming. But no guarantees that you'll pull it off. Hunter Rippey got 2 receivers on his left-hand side. Slot receiver's going to go in motion. Already standing in his own end zone, drops back. He's going to try to take off, but he rolls out and just throws it into the ground. I think he was just trying to avoid a safety. Predators are trying to make an argument for intentional grounding, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Well, that was 4th down. They still get the ball.
Yeah, but I think he was just trying to avoid a safety there. Yeah, the Preds are saying safety. The Lions are saying incomplete pass. We got a flag. Intentional grounding on the Lions. That's going to be a safety for the Predators. And add another 2 points to their tally. Preds up 14-0 with 13:36 left in the second quarter. And now we must begin the very dangerous process, popping off my stool, going down to the computer, changing this score, and then getting back on the stool safely. And yeah, you can kind of see me in the edge of frame there. We're alive so far. We've got a whole game ahead of us, but I'm alive. All the players are alive. I don't think I have coronavirus. Everything's good. Beautiful day outside too. All right, so the Lions down early in a big hit, just still a 2-possession game. Nothing they can't overcome, and certainly nothing they didn't overcome in the last meeting between these two teams 3 weeks ago. But, I mean, obviously you never want to be down 2 possessions this early in the game, especially with the Predators' offense clicking like they have. 2 straight drives that have gone for touchdowns, though they have not gone right to left. They've only gone left to right. Let's see if the direction of the field changes anything for the Preds. Ricky McKinney remains your quarterback. Carry on Moore, the running back. Receiver rotation looks the same right now. Or no, we've got 88. I believe that is Kevin Shaquem, who has not been able to make it out, who was not able to make it out last time against the Lions. I believe that's him. Ricky back to pass, standing his own zone, looking over the middle, and just a hair behind number 11, Hewley, was not able to hold that one in. So tried to slow down his route a little bit there to make an adjustment, but ball was just a little bit too far behind him. Maybe heard the footsteps, maybe didn't. Regardless of that, 2nd down and 10. Might have picked up a 1st down, but just unable to connect there.
That was Scott Brantley.
Oh, Scott Gray. He's got Hewley on the back of his jersey, though. All right, 2nd down and 10 for the Predators. Again, Ricky McKinney has not completed many passes at all, but the ones he has completed have come at very, very good times. And it is getting loud here in the MTAC Fitness Center. 2nd down and 10 for the Predators. Ricky standing in his own end zone. Got a clean pocket under duress. Throws it up for grabs. And that is Carry-On Moore, who's switched out to receiver, going on a corner route and just making a great focus catch there. Past the sticks for a 1st down. 14 yards for the Predators.
Kenyon Moore.
Moore, again, he was a star player for the Predators last time they played the Lions. And he's having a great game so far as well. And now Cedric Proctor's in the backfield. They're going to keep Moore in at receiver. Guess he's got the hot hand. No, they're going to hand it off to Proctor, who is fighting just to get back to the line. And he got a yard out of that one. Credit to him for just making something happen there. Interestingly enough, Moore was all alone on the left-hand sideline of the field. It was a running play, so I don't think they could have gotten it to him if they wanted to, but definitely something to look for down the line. And again, Moore is a pretty big target.
I think he was telling Coach when he went back to the huddle.
Huh?
I think he told Coach when he went back to the huddle.
Yeah, Moore is a pretty big target for a running back, 5'11", 6'0", somewhere in that area, I'd say. He's going to be the motion man in the slot. 2 receivers to McKinney's left. Hands it off to Proctor once more. Makes a man miss in the backfield. He's got room on the outside. Past the sticks. Almost knocks down the walls again. Cedric Proctor, who had the game-winning score against the Steam almost a month ago, with another great run there. Another 13 or 14 yards for the Predators, who are now in plus territory with 10 minutes and 57 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. The Preds are driving right now. They've got to keep up this momentum if they want to have a shot in this game. And I definitely like the offensive approach from the Predators. They've been run balanced, but they've kept things simple. Easy reads for McKinney, just simple runs for the running backs and McKinney. Nothing crazy so far. And giving it to the players with a hot hand. Oh, fake handoff to Proctor. Ricky is under a lot of duress, and he's just going to have to take the sack. Just couldn't get rid of that one fast enough. Got some jawing there on the sideline. That might be the first time they've hit Ricky this game. And it's going to be a loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. So after a great play, now the Predators are going backwards. And no, they're marching it back even further. This is going to be about 2nd down and 16, maybe 17 if you want to be really generous with the Lions.
Number 81, Aaron Brown, I think, got in his ear after that. So.
Predators.
Wayne Brown, I'm sorry.
This far away from the sticks, as many big plays as they've had so far, I really think they need to just focus on getting into 3rd down and manageable here. Maybe a quick run to the outside with Proctor, or a quick hitch to the outside to Moore, something like that. Again, don't get fancy here. Just stick with what works. Moore loops around to the left side of the field. He's kind of open. He throws it to Moore, who catches it, and he's almost past the sticks, fighting for more yardage. Down to the 5-yard line is Carry-On Moore. What a play by the running back turned receiver. And the Predators are now in the red zone, overcoming yet another daunting down and distance en route to what could be a 20-0 lead within the next 4 plays.
And a nice pass by Pretty Ricky.
Absolutely. Those bench routes have been lethal for the Lions thus far, and those are some of the hardest throws for a quarterback to make, and Ricky has hit them no problem. Again, He misses some of those in practice, but he is just so much more accurate in pads than out of them. It's a crazy thing to see, but again, when you need him to deliver an accurate pass, he gets it done, no problem. More in motion again. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for him. No, it's going to be a speed option. Ricky thought about pitching it. He does! And he's right at the end zone to Cedric Proctor. Touchdown, Predators! The speed option, and Ricky waited till the last possible minute to pitch that one out, but he made the right read. The defense keyed in on him, left Proctor alone on the sideline, and Proctor able to dive in at the last second with 8 minutes and 47 seconds left. Predators go up 20-0.
After that play, I thought we were looking at Oklahoma about 20 years ago.
Yeah. Or maybe Georgia Tech 2 years ago, if you want to get generous. Yeah, but I tell you, that speed option, they ripped that straight out of the Lions playbook from 3 weeks ago, because they ran that play with Rippy, I think 4 or 5 times. McKinney back to pass now after the successful run. He's going to take off up the middle, making some men miss, and he goes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Really,
wow, he was making some jukes there at 235 pounds. He's a big guy, but he's got some really, really fast feet, and it puts the Predators up 22-0, less than midway through the second quarter. So again, we're building on momentum here. Lots going right for the Predators so far, but they've got to be able to keep it up. There have been major collapses for them in the past. They've just got to key in on this momentum, but I think the biggest thing right now is pacing. They have to make sure they're not pushing themselves too hard early, because if they do, and they run out of gas in the fourth quarter, it's going to be a lot of trouble, to say the least. So they've got to make sure they play easy and don't go crazy on every play. Pace yourself. The football game is a marathon, not a sprint.
That grounding cost them 9 points.
Hunter Rippey back to pass, has not gotten in a groove so far. He pump fakes. He's got all day to throw and throws over the middle, and that one's low and incomplete. Had to get a little bit creative with the arm angle on that one to make sure it wasn't intercepted, and just couldn't deliver the pass.
Down DQ Quarles.
Yep, Mark Granville was beat in coverage, but Rippey just not able to deliver it accurately. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. We are approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. I tell you, this game has flown by, folks. 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. 2 receivers to Hunter Rippey's left. Slot man in motion. Rippey back to pass, looking left, now looking right. Goes really long. Man is beat. I think he got held a little bit, but there are no flags. Honestly, I'm surprised Rippey was able to throw it that far on a line. That is some very, very admirable throw power. To be able to throw that thing that far downfield and not hit the ceiling. Great throw by Rippey, just a little bit too much gas on it. Receiver was open, just couldn't quite deliver, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Lions.
There was a push-off right when the pass arrived. So 3rd down.
Again, we have not seen any of Terrence Moore, the big bell cow, number 78 for the Lions. I guess he couldn't make it out to this game. They have to stick with 26. Their speed back was very small. He's fast, but pass protection could be an issue moving forward. Predators in clear zone is the motion to trips, but Rippey is just making men miss all across the field, and he gets upfield courtesy of a crazy block by one of his offensive linemen, doing some jawing with the DBs, because why not? That was a great run by Hunter Rippey. Went all the way to the right side of the field, didn't see anything, and then he goes all the way to the left side, and now Donnie Bird, the defensive coordinator for the Predators, is in a jawing fight with some of the players and coaches of the Lions. Man, you can feel the tension in here, and the players are trying to calm their coach down. Usually it's the other way around. Chaos already. 6:12 left in the second quarter, and the clock is still going, actually. Things getting chippy. Lions getting some momentum. Predators don't seem to be happy about it. I know Donnie Bird is not at all happy after that play. Defense gave up a really, really bad run for Rippey, who was able to reverse field. I tell you, he is not the strongest guy by any means. He's no Cam Newton, but he is just so fast. It's so difficult to bring him down, and Donnie Bird knows it, and I think the frustrations are mounting, because so far, Rippey's legs have been the only spark this Lions offense has had. Looks like Donnie Bird's calmed down, though. I think everybody is ready to roll here. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Looking for a quick hitch, but his receiver wasn't ready for it. Number 6, the intended target, but he didn't turn around fast enough. Pass is
Daquan
incomplete
Davis.
off the wall. Going to bring up second down and 10.
Pass. You're supposed to catch it and go. But
Again, no fault on Rippy's end there. Receiver either looked like he was running a curl. I think Rippy thought he was running a hitch and just could not connect. Always unfortunate to see, but something that can easily be sorted out in the huddle. Just got to double check with your quarterback and see exactly how far he needs you to run. Okay, we got a defensive tackle for the Predators just standing up. Now he's down. And Rippy under duress already somehow gets that pass off, and oh man, Rippy delivered a beautiful pass in the face of pressure, a corner route to one of his receivers on the far side, put it right in the breadbasket, but there was a DB all over him, and the receiver just could not hang on, heard the footsteps, was right at the wall, and just couldn't haul that pass in. He should have had it, but could not finish the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Lions.
Sean Owsley Jr. was the intended receiver. He's not happy with himself.
All right, so Rippy's got trips to his left this time. Wouldn't be surprised to see a receiver loop around. And no, he's going to go back. 3 receivers on one side. Rippy back to pass. Snap is off, and he's got all day to throw, looking deep. Now he's got panic. He's running. Thought about pitching it, and he's taken down a little bit past the line of scrimmage. And he thought he wasn't down, but I think they did whistle him down. He took off towards the end zone after that play, but yeah, they're calling him down 3 yards after contact, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for the Lions. I've got to have it play here. And I don't know what you do at this point. Again, your entire playbook is open, but not much has worked consistently. Your best plays have been getting Rippy out of the pocket when protections break down, but that's not exactly something you want to happen on any given play. But I tell you what, their best course of action right now is just getting the ball in Rippy's hands and hoping for the best. They're going to motion to trips on the left side. Rippy back to pass, got a clean pocket. Now he's under duress, steps out of pressure, and looking, and it's batted away at the last second. Tried to deliver on a curl, and the Predators were there to bat it down. Number 23, it looks like, for the Predators. Again, hard to read their numbers. And another 4th down turnover for the Lions. 3:15 left in the second quarter. And I tell you what, I think the Predators might need to start playing the clock a little bit here. I don't know, they're right at midfield, so it could be a bit early to do that. You might want to score quickly and then give the ball back to the Lions. But ideally, and it would be very tough to pull off just given the field position, but ideally you would like this to be the last possession of the first half just to make sure the Lions don't get a chance to gather some momentum going into halftime. But as much momentum as the Predators have, I imagine taking some time off the clock is the least of their worries. They want to get down there and score, go up 30-0.
Everything's working. No matter what they try, it works.
Yeah, so McKinney ordering his men around. Looks like Moore's going to stay in receiver and Proctor's going to stay in at running back. Again, Proctor is the ultimate Iron Man. I think he's played 5 positions so far this season in 2 games. Trips to Ricky's right, back to pass. Proctor picks up a block. Ricky sidearms it, and it's caught.
Got him.
He's got an open lane. Tries to make a man miss. And if he didn't get into the end zone, he got down to the 1-yard line. What a play by Ricky McKinney, sidearming that throw Patrick Mahomes style to his receiver, who took it all the way downfield to, yes, the 1-yard line for the Predators. What a momentum-building play. And again, it's going to open up an opportunity for a very fast score. If the Predators play their cards right, they might have a chance to touch the ball again before the first half is up. The clock is ticking, and they're taking their time getting out of the huddle. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second half. So definitely some choices to be made here. You can take your time and try to really bleed this clock out and make sure the Lions don't get a chance to touch it, or you can just try and go ahead and score right now. And they're going to hand it off to Proctor. He's got a running lane. Breaks it outside. Touchdown, Predators! Touchdown, Cedric Proctor.
Don't see any
flags. The Predators
flags.
go up 28-0. And they have gotten it done through the air and on the ground. If Paul Revere was here, he'd have to light up all of his lanterns. 1 if by sea, 2 if by land. Well, maybe that's not the best analogy because they didn't have planes.
We'd have all 3 lights going.
Yeah, 3 lights. 3 lights.
Yeah.
Let's go. Something like that. 28-0 for the Predators. Pending the 2-point conversion attempt, could be 30-0. The biggest lead in franchise history already. Ricky just kind of slings it up there, and it's incomplete. Batted up at the line and went out of bounds. So the score remains 28-0, 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Now we're going to have the 1 minute warning timeout come up here in a little bit. And that's going to make the clock stop after every incomplete pass and play that goes out of bounds. So the Lions, I mean, they've got all day to get this ball down the field. The clock is really not something they have to worry about, especially with as many big plays as Hunter Rippey has been able to make. But you do want to manage this thing to an extent. You want to score with, ideally 15 seconds or left, just to make sure that the Predators don't get a chance to touch this ball before the half ends. Wait a second, hang on. Bob, are you seeing this? Josh Ross, defensive end.
I had to check it 3 times.
Oh man, I gotta see this. How far is he gonna get? And I think that's offsides on the Preds. So the Lions getting some easy yards there, pending the flag. And yeah, they are moving it back. I can't get over that. Josh Ross, the backup quarterback, and at defensive end. He's fast, he's athletic. I didn't know he was defensive line athletic. Well, we'll see. I thought it was Wyatt Rogers for a second. I really did. So I got to keep an eye on it. This is going to be great. We don't know if it gets a really big offensive lineman. And Ross got pancaked. And Rippey's going deep. Passes overshot and incomplete. His receiver was absolutely blanketed. Again, Rippey with another beautiful deep ball down the sideline, but just could not deliver. Again, no fault of his own. That was just great coverage. He had to throw that ball with pinpoint accuracy, and I think even then his receiver would have had a 50-50 shot at best. Just probably should have found somewhere else to go with the ball. Had a nice pocket, might have gotten a little bit flustered. Second down and 5 for the Lions after the offsides penalty against the Predators. Cedric Proctor playing safety, going up against the motion man. Josh Ross still in at defensive end. Rippey has 2 receivers on his right side. Rippey got another. Ross got pancaked again, poor guy. And Rippey flips it out to his running back, who is really fast. He's right at the sticks, but he didn't get out of bounds, so the Lions are going to have to take a timeout. They'll probably call that first down. Their running back actually knocked over the first down marker when he fell, and I can't tell if they're moving the chains forward or not. I really don't. They are. So first down, Lions. Again, they had to take their timeout. 39 seconds left in the first half. The Lions have got to score on this drive if they want to have some momentum going forward.
Just took out Josh Ross again downfield.
He's gotten pancaked twice. I don't know. Frankie's right there beside him. I guess maybe it was a diversion. Maybe they're trying to confuse the offense so much that Frankie gets through untouched. No, it's not Cedric Proctor. I think that's Carry-On Moore in defensive end now. No, it's not, but Rippey's back to pass, looking over the middle, and pass is caught. It's a call on the sideline, and again, he didn't get out of bounds. Might have gotten 9 yards, but the Lions, clock is still running. I guess they're saving their timeout. Again, they've got time. They are right at midfield, so not a huge rush, but they do need to get the snap off quickly. And now they call a timeout? Not really sure what happened there. Lions wasted 10 seconds there. Now, man, that is a really big loss for them. And it doesn't look like the refs are going to give them the time back either. So down 28-0, Lions mounting a drive. And then they forget to call a timeout in a 1-minute drill. Ooh, that is tough sledding. Again, they've got 19 seconds to go, 20 yards. It's not impossible, but you would really love to have those extra 10 seconds to play with. But this is giving the Lions some much-needed rest. Even if it's just for 30 seconds or so, they're going to need a little bit of a break. The Predators have been giving them all they can handle so far. And I tell you what, it's a 1-minute drill. You have to get to the outside anyway, but I would not be surprised at all if here on 2nd and 2, they just try a little read option here between Hunter Rippey and his running back. Get one of them to the outside. One lane has to be open. Just get them to the outside and let them make something happen. At least pick up this first down. 2nd and 2 for the Lions. Rippey has 2 receivers to his right. Or to his left, excuse me. Snap is off. He's got a clean pocket. Preds playing coverage, and it did not work. Oh, but the receiver dropped it in the end zone. Number 6 again. Man, he is having a rough day. 3 passes that he should have caught, has just not been able to pull him in. And he had his man beat on that play. Just a post over the middle of the field and into the corner of the end zone, and just could not hang on. What a loss for the Lions there. Only 5 seconds come off the clock, but they have been so close on so many of these plays and have just not been able to capitalize. It is crazy to see. So close yet so far have the Lions been to this point. 3rd down and 2, gotta have it for the Lions with 14 seconds left in the first half. Down 28-0. Rippey has 2 receivers to his left, slot man in motion. He's looking deep. Rippey rolls out. He's running out of time. Under duress, slings it, and his running back dropped it this time. He had his running back wide open on a wheel, could have walked into the end zone, and he dropped it. Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. I have not seen this many drops, and I was going to try to make a joke there, but I can't even think of a comparison. This is crazy. 2 walk-in touchdowns, and the Lions have dropped them. And Rippey rolled out on that play. He burned a lot of time, so 4th down and 2. I think regardless of whether or not they pick this up, this is going to be the last play of the half probably.
Somebody upstairs is watching over the Predators.
4th down. They moved it up a yard somehow. 4th down and 1 for the Lions. Got to have it here. Rippey got another clean pocket, looks over the middle, and passes down and away. And with 1 second left, so the Predators are going to have one more play to work with. I don't know, are they? Because they said the clock. I think the ball hit the ground with 1 second left, but it's going to be the referee's call. The receivers actually knocked the tape at the 5-yard line up. We've got a Lion down. The Predators batting away another pass. Rippey was just not able to get enough air onto that post. Had his receiver open, the ball just hung up there a little too long, maybe a little too short. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, who knows? And I don't know, we've got just mayhem so far, and the Predators have come out on top on almost every single play. They lead 28-0. Again, there may be 1 second in this half. We're not sure. The clock is actually stuck at 1 minute right now. I'm not really sure what that's worth. Or they've actually got the quarter set to 3, and yeah, they're going to say clock is expired. So the Lions end the half on an underthrown ball that was tipped away at the last second. They're going into the locker room down even more than they were the last time these two teams met. Preds up 28-0 with a dominant performance thus far. And I do hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that Lions player is still down. I can't tell who it is. There's a lot of bodies around him. I think he's going to be okay. Hopefully it was just a stinger or something. But he does look to be having trouble. I think they're trying to get him up. And, yep, he is back on his feet. It was number 6, the receiver, who has struggled so far. But he is back up, and he'll be ready for action in the second half, surely. So that's going to do it for the first half of action. And I tell you what, that flew by. I think it might have taken 45 minutes of real time to finish 2 quarters of football play, and what a 2 quarters it was for the Predators. Up 28-0 against the Georgia-Lina Lions. The Predators have their biggest lead in franchise history. I believe the Lions have to overcome their biggest deficit in franchise history to win this game, and stakes all over the place. I'm going to head over to the Predators locker room, check up on a few things, hopefully get some numbers, and I will be back shortly. If I can get off this stool.
And I'm still here, but I'm leaving quickly. Stay tuned, because this time we play the second half strong.
Okay, testing. We are almost back and ready to roll for the second half of action here at the MTAG Sports Complex in Augusta, Georgia. The Lions are stretching on their side of the field. The Predators are starting to get worn back up. Not entirely sure when halftime is going to conclude and the third quarter will begin, but we are getting close. We are getting very close. And this is, we're getting closer to the end of the game, and it's a total shame that it's going to have to come to an end at some point. This has been a ridiculous first half. So much going on every single play. And the Predators, be it by luck or skill or something in between, have managed to come out on top on almost every play so far. They are up 28-0 on the Georgia-Lina Lions going into the third quarter. But again, the Predators have been extremely liable to not even collapse, but to implode when they get big leads like this. They gave up 40 unanswered, or not 40 unanswered, but they gave up 40 points in the second half against the Lions. So a comeback is, I'd say, beyond in reach for Georgia-Lina. But the Predators, if they can play like they did in the first half, they're not going to have much of a problem keeping this game close at the very least. All right, so we got whistles blowing. I think we're back and ready for action. Lions huddling up, Predators huddling up. We're going to get this Facebook live stream ready to roll. this last the whole game. Alrighty, Facebook viewers, we are back in the limited capacity we can manage.
Facebook listeners.
Yeah, Facebook listeners, I was corrected. I gotta put the phone in my pocket real quick. And be careful not to turn it off this time so the stream doesn't go out. Alright, so, to recap the first half, I mean, you can just say one word, you can just say Predators, and recap pretty much the whole first half. It was dominating, to say the least. The Lions did not muster a single point. They barely got across midfield that entire half. Just offensive sputtering all over the place and offensive precision for the Predators. I think they scored on all 4 of their possessions, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they did. The Predators scored on all 4 of their possessions.
Plus the safety.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So definitely a bit of an interesting statistic. It's even in a league where the clock runs between plays, it's unusual to only have 4 possessions in one half, but both teams did a good job of bleeding the clock. But we are back and ready for action. It is the third quarter of play here in the MTAG Fitness Center. Runner Rippey of the Lions standing in his own end zone. On the first play of the game, looks for a quick screen to his receiver. He's going across the middle, making some men miss. Got about 4 or 5 yards, and he paid the price for going over the middle. Number 4 for the Predators was there on the tackle. Can't read the number on that Lions receiver. And they're going to call it 2nd down and 5. He dove forward at the end of that play, so we got a little bit of extra yardage. Now, Hunter Rippey he really hasn't been pressured that much, but he has been very mobile in the pocket. And that's definitely where you want an active quarterback like him to be. He's just got to be able to capitalize on some of these throws. He's back to pass again, got all day, and that is a very wobbly pass. I think it just came out of his hand weird. He had his intended receiver, number 81, open on the sideline, but the ball was it was wonky coming out of his hand, flying all over the place. Looked like someone shot a duck, was not able to complete it. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Lions. So the Predators not in the best position. 3rd and 5 is an area, again, where you've got your entire playbook open. And as I mentioned in the first half, I would have not imagined that the Lions playbook is all that diverse, given that Rippey is improvising on about half the plays they run. And their best play so far has just been getting him out of the pocket and hoping for the best. I would not be surprised to see him roll out here. He's back to pass, and no, it's just a fire straight over the middle, and it's caught by number 8 of the Lions for a 1st down. Great job by Rippey to stand in there. There was not much pressure, and that was a mistake to not bring the house and force him to roll out again. That has worked sometimes for the Predators, sometimes it hasn't. Rippey's taken off for yardage or made a great throw under pressure. That time they got a little conservative, just let him stand in there, saw if he could deliver in a clean pocket, and he sure did. 1st down for the Lions, right at their 18-yard line, I'd say.
On the reception.
Rippey has 2 receivers to his left. He's looking, got another clean pocket, but he's under duress, rolls, and he's going to take off. How far can he get? Makes a man miss, and he made another man miss, but he tripped on the way down right at the sideline, and he was tagged down by Jamaica Marcus. Going to be a gain of 3 for Hunter Rippey. Going to bring up, yes, gain of 3 is what they're, no, gain of 5, gain of 6, gain of 4, gain of something. Yes, 2nd down and 7 coming up, looks like, maybe 6.5. So again, Rippey on the move. He is, I gotta say, he is one of the fastest quarterbacks I've ever seen in person, much less on an arena football field. He is quick as lightning.
Watch him go deep this time.
And no real motion from the receivers there. He's got a free rusher, though, and Rippey's just looking all over the place. Flips it out to his running back in the backfield. He's got a lot of room, and he slides down. And I think the running back's helmet hit the knee of one of the Predators' DBs. That could not have been very fun, but both guys are up and running. They are good to go. And that was a very dramatic gain of 4 yards, to say the least. Closing in on 12 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Lions milking the clock. 3rd down and 3 for Georgia-Lina. Their entire playbook is open here. Not sure of what they'll run. Would not be surprised to see a handoff here, though. Again, anything could happen. Rippey has 2 receivers to his left. Looking back to throw. Goes to a hitch to the other side, and 81 caught it, and they can't bring him down. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Lions. The Predators defense had 2 golden opportunities to bring him down, and I don't know if they're getting lax or tired or if 81 is just that good. He is a big guy, Reminds me a lot of Kevin McClurn of the Predators, who's not able to make it to this game. Just a big target, and he broke some tackles and gives the Lions some much needed points. Lions now down only 28-6, 2-point conversion attempt pending. Snaps a little high. Rippy corrals it, got all day to throw, and he's rolling, going to take off. Did he get it? I think he did. No, he laterals it, and it's incomplete.
Didn't get that.
Wow, some madness there at the end. I turned my head
Took
for
out
1
the
second,
boards.
and I hear metal clanging all over the place. 28-6 remains the score, though. Preds still up and needing to make something happen on this drive to compensate for a really big play by the Lions offense, and boy, did they need that one. Cutting into that lead, and you know, this is almost exactly how the second half started the last time these two teams met. The Lions, it was on a safety that time, or no, it was a fumbled snap that they turned over for a touchdown. The Lions, I mean, within minutes of touching the ball, scored at the start of the second half, and it really sapped away a lot of the momentum from the Predators. But again, I do think they did a better job of building a lead this time. They had fewer possessions, but did a lot more with them. I think they were 4 for 4 scoring on those. 28 points in 4 possessions. Not bad at all, and if they can just continue that efficiency, and again, they don't have to push themselves. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't give it 110% on every play. Do what you can manage and save it all for the end of the game when it's most needed. Ricky back to pass. Snap was low. He's going to have to take off, and he might have gotten 2 yards on that one. Not a good sign for the Preds. Again, things are starting out very similarly to last time.
I think the Lions knew what was coming on that.
You mean a bad snap or the play?
Yeah. A little bit of both.
And they're going to call it a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 for Ricky and the Predators. Is it saying low battery? I think it's just because we got this battery plugged in. I mean, if it hasn't gone off yet, I think it's okay. But yeah, if it does go off, we're in trouble. Ricky back to pass, under duress, slings it, and no one's there. Looks like the receiver ran a post when Ricky thought he was running a corner. I think Mike Lee was the intended receiver, but that one was so far off, you could argue intentional grounding there. Just a little miscommunication in it. That's a big down to not be able to capitalize on. 3rd down and 9 for the Predators, with the Lions in possession of some momentum, and the Predators right on their own, looks like the 6-yard line, maybe the 5.
Predators have been tough 3rd and 4th down, though.
Oh, absolutely. They've come up with some really clutch conversions, but they cannot let this lead go to their heads. They've done it time and time again. They have to stay focused. They have to play this game like they're the ones down 28-0, you know? Yeah. That's the mindset you have to approach leads like this with. Ricky has 3 receivers to his right, and it's going to be a speed option to the other side. Ricky, he's getting somewhere, but it's not enough to pick up the 1st down. I think he might have gotten 4 yards. He's going to set up 4th down and around 5, so a nice position to be in, and 5 is not a bad scenario at all. Now, 4th and 5 on this side of the field is not favorable by any stretch of the imagination, especially if they do turn it over here. The Lions are going to have it on the Predators' 10-yard line and be ready to score again at the drop of a hat. So the Predators have got to have a really good play there. Again, a little bit surprised they ran it there, but I think they were just trying to set up 4th and manageable. Ricky's got 2 receivers to his left. Slot man in motion, looking over the middle, going long, and it's caught! No, incomplete! The Lions were able to knock that one out of the hands of the intended receiver at the last possible second. Great play by the Lions DBs, and now the Lions with some momentum right on the 10-yard line have a chance to score very quickly and cut into this big lead that the Predators were able to build. So the Predators defense, we saw some goal line stands out of them the last time these two teams played. They've got to come up with one here. They cannot afford to give up another score this soon. I mean, I can't imagine anyone expected the Predators to shut out the Lions in the second half, especially with how they played in the second half of the last game. But again, I mean, you can't get complacent. You've got to play like your pants are on fire here. And now if they can get some kind of negative play at any point, they're going to be in really good hands. But as of now, especially with Rippy's running ability, I'd say the Preds are in trouble. Rippy's going to have trips to his left, looking to throw, and it's just a quick out to his receiver. He gains 5 yards. Down to the 5-yard line are the Lions.
Lions are playing smart football.
Yeah.
They're not trying to take it all.
Yeah, just dinking and dunking their way down the field. I like it now. Once you get into the red zone, which, I mean, they're already there, but this close to the end zone, it's definitely going to be more difficult to get those short passes off. You're going to have to start relying more on your run game, which, I mean, they've had no problem with, obviously, but, excuse me, got to have some really good plays drawn up here because, again, negative plays, which they have not had many of, but negative plays are really, really hurtful in this part of the field. Frankie Littlejohn in at defensive end. He's gotten some great pressure so far. Rippey is back to pass. Got a clean pocket, but guy breaks through.
Yes! Yes!
If he doesn't fall.
Yes!
Wow! What a game-changing play, number 9. Can we get his name, Bob? I didn't see who it was. Number 9. Number 9. It's going to be a pick 6 by the defensive tackle. That's something you don't see every day.
Shaquille
Oden with the pick 6, and the Predators cut right back into the lead, up 34-6 after that great defensive play. Well, Bob, it came a little later than you expected, but you said pick 6 would be a great way to start the half.
Yeah.
And yeah, 7:18 left in the third. God, it feels like this game is going by so fast. But, I mean, that was a great play by Shaquille Oden. He did not give up on the rush at all because Rippey had a clean pocket to start. And then, I mean, just right as he was throwing it, Oden got off his block, put his hands up in the air. Rippey threw it right in front of him. Ball went straight up, and great catch by him, too. Well, maybe the Lions need to look into putting him at receiver. So now the Predators going for a 2-point conversion here. And snap is good. Ricky, another speed option to Proctor. It is wide open.
2.
Oh, that was beautiful. Wow,
Okay.
Every single player on the defense thought Ricky was keeping that one. Oh, and we got cartwheels from Carry-On Moore. Taking a page out of Mark Littlejohn's little book. Mark Littlejohn's playbook, excuse me, as the Predators go up 30-6 on the Lions. But again, they cannot let this go to their heads. They've got to keep themselves steady and capitalize on the momentum they've built. Again, you got to be thinking that Rippey's going to... Yo, I see you, Frankie. I see you, man.
They told the Lions, they said, we'll see your 6 and raise you 2.
Oh, you know it. But again, cannot get complacent here. Predators have been liable to blow leads like this. Got to stay level-headed. Got to stay ready to roll. My advice to them would be, blitz the linebacker, but don't go ballistic trying to stop Rippey here. And it's a high snap. Rippey's able to corral it, looking deep. Again, no rush at all. He's got all day to throw, and that one's going to be short and incomplete. His receiver was open, but Rippey was really running out of space on that one. He was right at the sideline, thought he was going to go out, and didn't have time to set his feet and deliver an accurate pass.
Right,
And
he
while it
kind of
was
backed
accurate,
into the wall.
It just didn't have enough space on it. And he's lucky to have avoided a safety there. Again, he was really close to the outside. Going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Lions from their own 5-yard line coming up. So a good play to start with for the Predators. Again, I'm kind of surprised they've been this lax with the pass rush. I like the idea of forcing Rippey to throw, but I do think they're giving him a little bit too much time. Would like to see him turn it up a bit, but hey, I mean, you can't complain too much when you're up 30 points. Rippey back to pass once more. Pump fakes, and the defense did not fall for it. Again, he's got all day to throw, and now he's under duress. Flips it out to his running back, who is wrapped up behind the sticks. It's not a safety, but it sure is close.
If not,
Again, another great improvisational play by Rippey. And wait a second, the Lions offense is leaving. I think the Lions thought it was a safety, but it's not. The refs actually say the running back got back to the line of scrimmage. I think that's a tad generous, but 3rd down and 10. Great play by Rippey. And Rippey's back to pass again. Corrals the snap. Wasn't quite ready for it. Looking deep over the middle, and that one's hard. Intercepted.
And another
It's
pick.
Cedric Proctor, who almost knocks the ball down again. We got some laundry down on the field after the snap.
Down by the goal line, though.
Around midfield, I think there's some John. I don't think this one's going to be coming back, but I do think the Predators will be moving in the wrong direction. Yeah, Donnie Bird's yelling at Donnie Bird was yelling at Frankie to get past midfield. He didn't want him jawing at anybody and getting more flags. So Predators are going to retain possession. Rippey throws is that his 2nd or 3rd interception of the game? It hasn't been a pretty one for him. And it's an illegal block in the back on the Predators. It's really going to march them back. But they've got the ball, and that is the most important thing right now.
C.J. Thomas on the pick.
Preds up 36-6 with 5:32 left in the 3rd quarter. They cannot let this lead go to their head. They have to stay on their toes. Again, we mentioned it before, they have to play like they're the ones down by 30 points. Because that's, I mean, the Lions are going to give it everything they've got. They're going to get the Lions' best shot from this point forward. They're going to leave nothing up to chance. Everything's going to be left on the field by both these teams, and the Predators have got to understand that and be ready for it. Ricky McKinney still in at quarterback. They've moved Carry-On Moore back to running back, going with a heavier set now. Mike Lee Sr. in motion. Ricky's got 2 receivers to his right. It's another speed option. He's going to keep it this time, and he's going to fumble the ball. That's still loose, and Mike Lee recovered it by the seat of his pants. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. That was close. He was able to corral it, and no, that was not Mike Lee. That was number 10.
Gary Fuller.
Gary Fuller. They're able to recover that ball. Caught it between his legs at the last possible second. You know, I thought the Lions had it, and then it slipped out of one of their defensive linemen's hands and bounced right to Fuller. Crisis averted for the Predators. Past midfield now, 2nd down and 4. Actually gained 2 yards on the fumble. See, we've got Brandon Bingham and Shane Martinez on the stream. That's good to see. And whistles blow. I think the Lions might have called a timeout before that play. Oh, a delay of game on the offense. And that's going to push them back, making things a little bit more difficult for themselves. 2nd down and I think 8 now. Predators have been taking a while on this, getting these snaps off. I think they might be trying to bleed the clock a little bit. I don't know. We've got 19 minutes left. I think it might be a little bit too early for running the clock. Might want to focus on just scoring now. Mike Lee Sr. just kind of jogs up in motion. Ricky McKinney flakes the play action pass going long, and that one's intercepted. Wow, that was a major miscommunication, and the Lions are still going. He's got to get by Ricky. Oh, no, that's Bishop Wallace who makes him pay for returning it. That was a big hit, but the Predators on a drive that maybe should have ended a little bit earlier. It comes to a close there with a bad interception by McKinney.
Got a flag.
It's like a miscommunication between him and his receiver. Ball was about 5 yards further infield than it should have been, and the Lions caught it no problem. That was one of the easiest picks of their career, I would imagine. Now,
we didn't have anybody in the area, did we?
I think Mike Lee was running a post, and he cut it he didn't cut it sharp enough. Like, he was supposed to be at the corner of the goal line, and he ended up at the corner of the end zone. Like, I don't know that that one was on Ricky. Just, I don't know, it was a miscommunication. It wasn't like a totally inaccurate pass or anything. Just some bad luck, and the Lions are moving this one back. Might have been a block in the back or something. Not entirely sure. So the Lions return that one to around the 5-yard line, but they're marching this one back to the Lions 20. So big loss there for him. And again, that DB who returned it, I couldn't get his number, but Bishop Wallace made him pay for making it that far down the field. He really pancaked him on the tackle at the end of that play. It is 8:33 here in the MTAG Fitness Center. 3:57 left to go in what has been a wild third quarter thus far. Lots of turnovers. The Predators, after going 4 for 4 on drives in the first quarter, are now 1 for 3 scoring on drives in the second half. 4 for 4 on drives in the first half, excuse me, not in the second quarter. Okay, so no, we got quarterback change. Hunter Rippey is out of the game. I'm not sure who this is, but he's going deep, and he's got a man who drops it. And again, I think if we were in the NFL, they would have called PI there, but I love that they're letting these guys play. Yeah. Ball was a little bit too far to the inside. Receiver had to jump up for it. Could have run right under it if the ball had been thrown a little bit more accurately, but it was a bit late. Quarterback tried to compensate for it. I believe it's Anthony Scott in at quarterback.
Chris Edwards.
Chris Edwards is in at quarterback, number 18 for the Lions.
Oh. I thought you meant knock down the pass.
No. He just could not capitalize there. And they've been open on these posts. Quarterbacks just got to deliver for the Lions. 2nd down and 10. Edwards back to pass, but they're going to have a receiver false start. The motion man was across the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. That's a 10-yard penalty. That's going to march the Lions back even further. No, indoors, if the motion man crosses the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped, it's 10 yards. All other false starts at 5. Motion man false starts at 10. So 2nd and 20, the longest down and distance for either team thus far. It's been and they are, they're calling it 5, so we'll roll with it. Still a big loss for the Lions there. They really could have used any sort of momentum. 18. I think it's Anthony Scott. There's not Chris Edwards in at quarterback, we don't think. And now offsides on the Predators. Scott got him with a hard count.
No, Sean Osley Jr.
Osley Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay, it is not Anthony Scott. It is Osley Jr. Number 18 for the Lions, for those of you watching. Preds still up 36-6 in a game that has come to a screeching halt, it seems, after a wild start to the third quarter. Things are really slowing down, and the Lions, no, that was actually a false start on the Lions, they're saying. So 2nd and 20. Ball is snapped. He's got a clean pocket, does Osley. Throws over the middle, and it's caught. A gain of 15, but he still doesn't pick up the first down because of the false starts. But it's going to bring up a very manageable 3rd and 5. And I tell you what, I think the Predators have been caught playing cover 2 a lot. They really need to start thinking about going to some man or cover 3, especially now because it looks like the Lions are going no huddle. Not a ton of urgency, but they are moving quickly. Osley back to pass, got a clean pocket. The Predators aren't even rushing. And it's caught. No, incomplete, but we got a flag down. Are they going to call PI on that, but not the other play? I mean, that was... I mean, the dude shoved him in the back.
Called.
They haven't called that all game. No signal from the referees yet, and they picked the flag up. 4th down, I believe. Again, they're still sorting everything out. Things are really slowing down here, the way they always do in the third quarter. And I don't have a clue what just happened, but somehow or another, it's still 3rd down and 5 for the Lions. Try to wrap your head around that. 2:13 left in the third quarter. Or no, now they're moving it up. Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Lions. I guess it was PI. So the Lions pick up a 1st down on a pass that probably should have been caught regardless of interference or not. Down 30-6 with just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Trips to Osley's. Oh, fumbled snap! And great job by Osley to get back on top of it.
Yeah.
I think his center thought he was under center and didn't snap the ball far enough. Hit against his leg and just scampered around on the ground. Great awareness by Osley. And he looks pretty quick too.
I think he's a better passer than
Rippy.
Rippy, but Rippy's a better runner.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 12. They're going to say he lost 2 yards on that play. Osley definitely needs to get some more completions under his belt. Hasn't tried to run thus far. And another clean pocket. Preds really not even rushed. Now they're coming in, and that pass is overthrown. Hits the back wall of the end zone, and they finally got to Osley. He was able to get the pass off, but he was slammed into the wall by Shaquille Oden as he let go of that pass. 3rd down and 12 for the Lions. Gotta have it here. Again, if I were the Lions, the way the passing game has been sputtering, I would not try to pick up this 1st down yet unless you're going to go for it over the middle. And even then, I'd only try it if you get a blatant cover 2 look. Otherwise, I just run some hitches and try to get this into 4th and manageable territory. Or maybe a wide receiver or running back screen to try and trip up the defense a little bit and get some cheap yards. Trips to Osley's left. He's got another clean pocket, and he's under duress. They flip it out to the running back, who was tackled right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down, and it's going to depend on the spot. It's either 12 or 11 for the Lions. Number 4 on the tackle there for the Predators. And they say he just got back to the line. 4th down and 12. It's focusing on its own. It kind of does that. It's okay. Yeah, for now. If we get to we'll try to sort it out in the 4th quarter. All right, low snap, but Osley's able to corral it. Going long for the end zone. Batted away. And another turnover on downs for the Lions as the third quarter comes to a conclusion.
The
Predators
steps up.
add 2 points to their lead in a slow-going and defensive-minded third quarter. And at the end, the Preds are still on top, and the Lions have a daunting task ahead of them. 30-point deficit to overcome as we start the 4th quarter. Okay. The picture looks a little worse for wear, but the focus thing should go away. All right. Yeah, we'll just we'll cut that right out of the final broadcast.
It still looks good.
Yeah, except for the fans. What we need a 20-foot tripod. That's what we need. All right, so first down and 10 for the Predators after the turnover on downs. It's going to be a handoff to carry on Moore. He gets past the line of scrimmage and dives forward. The referee falls over. What?
Took out the ref on that.
And it looks like
Don't worry about
okay.
him. Make sure the clock's
He's got one of those splitting tablets that he keeps the game clock on. It's one that has a keyboard on it, so I think the tablet is safe. The game clock is still running, it looks like. I think. Oh, nope, maybe. There it goes. All right. Craziness already. 14:50 left in the fourth quarter. And now especially you got to think, the Predators now in the third quarter is a different story, but when you see that fourth quarter mark on the scoreboard, it's a little different. And with the 30-point lead, you really do start thinking about bleeding that clock, but their priority right now, it's good to take time off the clock, but the priority cannot be running this clock. They have to focus on scoring. It doesn't matter if you go no huddle here and score in one play on every drive from here on out. Scoring is more important than running time off this clock. Even with such a big deficit to overcome for the Lions, got to stay focused, got to stay ready. And I think we got a timeout somewhere because one of the Predators players is sitting down. That was Mike Lee Sr. Taking a little breather, I suppose. There was a flag on the Preds. Looks like a false start. Going to make it 1st and 15. Ball on the 5-yard line. Mike Lee in motion. McKinney back to pass. Throws a screen to his receiver, and the Lions are ready for that one. They should have marked him down in arena if you get shoved into the wall, and that's what the Lions are saying. The receiver who caught that pass was shoved into the wall as soon as he did catch it. But the refs didn't blow the whistle, and he went upfield for a gain of 7 yards. That should be 2nd and 15. And yes, referees make the right call, 2nd and 15. Great play by the Lions defense again. They were about 5 yards off the line. You usually want them to be 8 or 10 off when you run quick screens like that, but great effort to get the ball out quickly and, more importantly, get these DBs to cheat up a little bit. That's going to open up some big passing lanes down the field, especially over the middle, which has been just a gold mine for both teams. But they've both taken shots very sparingly and very intelligently. 2 receivers on McKinney's right. Mike Lee in motion. Ricky back to pass, under duress, slinging it, and it hits the ceiling. Mike Lee was wide open, but
what happened to my line drive,
Ricky understood the down and distance there. There was not a man within 5 yards of Mike Lee Sr., but I don't think there was any way Ricky could have completed that pass just because of how low the ceiling is in here. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. Clock does run indoors on incomplete passes outside of the last minute of both halves. So 3:15 and counting here in the fourth, 4th down and 15, or 3rd down and 15 coming up for the Predators. I really need to get my numbers straight. Alrighty, Ricky McKinney still in at quarterback. Receiver rotation appears the same. Mike Lee's going in motion. This could be the exact same play they just ran. McKinney looking long again, slings it over the middle. Mike Lee,
yeah.
And he didn't get 2 hands on him. Wow, what a gain.
What a pass. What a
40 yards for Mike Lee Sr. He was wide open on that corner. I think the Lions were expecting him to run a post, gave him some inside leverage, and they had the right route called at the right time. Mike Lee caught it and then got another 10 yards after he hit the wall, but if you run into the wall on your own volition and they don't hit you into the wall with 2 hands, you're still up, and that's how Mike Lee was able to get that extra yardage. 1st down and goal from the Predators. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted at the 9-yard line. It's really tough to tell. Again, can't see all that much here in the MTAG Fitness Center tonight. Mike Lee, and he's not going to be happy about that. He mentioned that at halftime. Every time he makes a big play, they end up taking him out of the rotation. Jamaica Marcus is in there at slot now. And it's going to be a speed option to the far side. Ricky doesn't pitch it. It's the right read. But
and we got a flag.
Yeah, he only got 2 yards, but the Lions brought him down by the collar. That's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah.
Should be half the distance to the goal.
And still 1st down.
Yeah, that was a horse collar tackle if I've ever seen one. Credit to the Lions for getting him down. They had to do it one way or another, but it was not the best way to go about it for sure. And I think the refs are still trying to sort this out. I don't see how they could say that's anything other than a horse collar. And yeah, they're moving it up. So, yep, first down and goal from what appears to be the 3-yard line now. Preds in good position. Ricky motions carry on more to the other side of the offensive box. Ricky back to pass, looking, sidearms it. Can't tell who that is, but he got down to the 1-yard line. It's number 12 of the Predators on the whip route. Just caught it, got what he could, and was brought into the wall at the last possible second. And we got a Lions player down. Looks like one of their defensive linemen. Can't get a number, but he...
Courtney Proctor.
That's Cedric Proctor on the reception there. And
There's a
looks
man
like
hurt.
The injured Lion is getting up. Almost. He's on one knee. Can't see his jersey number. I believe it's number 73, Tracy Jones. Again, hopefully he's just a little shaken up. Clock is stopped with the injury. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And
He's
he's
up.
back up on his feet. Great to see. Awesome to see him back on his feet. And I tell you what, you always do hate to see guys go down. It's great when they get back up, but I think it gave both teams a much needed, just a quick breather right there. This game it's really picked up since the third quarter, and I think both teams could really use that rest. And that was not Tracy Jones. Again, he's up. I can't quite get the number. I think they're so shiny I can't read it. I think it might be 98. There's a 99, Aaron Carswell. Yeah, I think that's 99. Aaron Carswell was the injured player, but he is back up and running. Preds going for it. Oh, something went. I don't know what happened on that play. The ball's still live. And now they throw some kind of flag. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
The craziest touchdown I've ever seen.
I gotta see the call on this.
Yeah, okay, so while the refs sort this out, I'll try to explain what happened. The ball was snapped a little bit earlier than Ricky anticipated, but Ricky thought the Lions jumped off sides. So he just caught the snap and didn't do anything. And the Lions didn't do anything either, but then they started looking around, realized nobody had actually blown the whistle, and then the Lions came after Ricky, so he rolled out, and there just happened to be a receiver standing in the back of the end zone. Ricky sidearmed it to him, and it's a touchdown, where there was a flag thrown after Ricky rolled out. Could be a hold. The refs are still trying to sort that out. We're not going to update the score. If it stands, the Preds go up 42-6 with 10:57 left in the fourth. If not, the Preds are going to have to march this one backward. I am not sure what happened. Even Donnie Bird's asking the refs what is going on. I'm not quite sure if anybody knows. And it's a hold on the Preds, a false start, I think. I don't even know.
He's got about 3 penalties.
Yeah. I think they said a penalty on both sides and just offset. We're going to replay second down. Again, I don't know what happened, but regardless, I think that's the right thing to do, just to let them try it again and hope it works better for both teams this time. Second down and goal from the 3 for the Predators when we return to action. Okay, the flags are up. Everybody's getting back into position. Whistles are blowing, clock's rolling. We're back and ready to roll after another intermission. McKinney's got 2 receivers to his right. Michael in motion, going to hand it off to Carryon Moore, who cuts it to the outside. He's down to the 1-yard line. Did he get into the end zone? It is close. Donnie Bird says touchdown. Refs say refs can't decide. Whistles. There's a fight. Man, what isn't happening here? The refs have still not made a signal. There is a lot of talking going on in the corner of that end zone. Carryon Moore, if he didn't get that touchdown, he got really close. That's all I can say. At the very least, it's going to be third down and goal from the 1, and I think that's what they're going to call it.
Donnie Bird said it was a touchdown, but he might be a little prejudiced.
Yeah. Donnie Bird's view is kind of off, too, since he's in the back of the end zone. Again, not entirely sure what happened on that play either, but I think, yeah, they're going to call it third and goal from the 1. So I tell you what, don't get too creative here. Just run that speed option or quarterback sneak and let Ricky take this one in. We are below 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, you're in demo. Just hit the screen. Yeah, QB wrap. Yeah, again, a lot of different running plays available for the Predators right here. Mike Lee going to loop around to the far side of the formation. This is probably a run. And no, Ricky's going to take off. No, he's going to throw. Now he's going to take off again. And he got hammered at the goal line. And the Preds say touchdown. The Lions say nothing. 4th down. The Lions were able to stop Ricky. Wow. He danced around in the backfield a little too long, and he got clobbered at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he expected the Lions to hit that hard. I really don't. So now 4th down and goal from the 1 for the Predators. Suddenly the pressure is on Carolina to convert this. A goal line stand even this late would be very bad news for the Preds. 8:40 left in the 4th quarter. Receivers really spread out on the sidelines. Could be another run here. McKinney hands it off to Moore, who I think they stopped him.
They stopped him.
They did. A goal line stand by the Lions. Wow, what a series for the Lions defense. I mean, I don't think there's any fault on the Predators there. They made the right play calls. The Lions are just ready for it. Bottom line was that the defense just wanted that one more than the offense, if you ask me. So now, clock stops with changes of possession. The Lions have 8 minutes and 26 seconds to overcome a 30-point deficit. Not impossible in arena football, but certainly a tall order to say the least. And not to mention they have to start their drive at the 1-yard line. So really a turnover on downs. I mean, you never want to have it, but it could have been a lot worse. I mean, the Lions, they could not have worse field position. It's not possible. If they have some kind of false start or any kind of penalty here, they're going to be half the distance to the goal, and they'll move the ball back a couple of inches. And Hunter Rippey is still out of the game. He could be hurt. Osley is in at quarterback, and he's just going to try and run this and get out of the end zone, and he did!
We got a safety.
He did not! The Preds are ready for it!
Yes, sir!
Safety patrol! And now we got a fight breaking out. The safety will not be taken off the board, but we got some jawing going on. It'll affect field position once the ball changes hands. But as of now, the Lions moving in the wrong direction. Again, Preds go up 38-6.
Depending on the flag.
Yeah. But I mean, the flags came after the safety. They can't take it off. The Preds defense, or no, Jamaica Marcus is out on the field. I really don't know. They rotate these guys in and out so much. You can't tell. Safety confirmed.
2.
And we've got some personal fouls on both sides. I think they're going to offset.
They should.
Yep. Yep, so the Preds add another 2 points to their lead. So the turnover on downs actually works a little bit in their favor because now they've got a chance to score up to 10 points instead of just the possible 8 they could have had. They add an extra 2 and get the ball back in a... Hang on a second, Josh Ross is in the game. Josh Ross is checking in. I don't know where Ricky is. I can't see. I got to get back on my stool. Ricky McKinney is nowhere to be found. Josh Ross is in the game at quarterback. I don't know if they're taking him out due to injury concerns.
We need 2 points up there.
Yeah, we do. Preds lead 38-6 with 8:16 left in the 4th quarter. They're 32 points, their biggest lead in franchise history, and the first time they've led by double digits in the 4th quarter since the game against the Steam, which marked the first time they led by double digits in the 4th quarter in any contest. So again, I can't even see Ricky on the sidelines. I think that might be him over there. I can kind of see somebody, but I'm not sure. Until further notice though, Josh Ross is your quarterback. He's a very accurate passer, but he's just got really bad luck sometimes. He's going to drop back the pass. Lions put up the rush, and he slings it. And that one did not have a prayer. He threw that thing at a 45-degree angle. I mean, he may as well have just thrown it away. Maybe he didn't see what he liked and threw it up on purpose.
That could be.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Predators on a strange play.
The wide receivers were shaking their head.
Sub 8 minutes to go. Preds closing in on a victory, but they cannot get complacent. I have seen teams score 28 points in the final minute of arena football games before. Nothing is impossible at this point. Ross, and we got whistles. I think they're just, I don't know what happened.
I
think the Preds took a timeout. There's Ricky
the back,
on the
Judge.
Lions sideline. I think Ricky's in at receiver. And they've either called a timeout or they threw a flag for, yeah, I think they threw a flag for a delay of game. They're trying to figure out who's in the receiver rotation. They can't decide. And we've got a Predator receiver trotting off the field right now. He's got a long way to go to get to the far sideline. Okay, so it's a delay of game. I saw Ricky is in. He's going to be the motion receiver here. 2nd down and 12 for the Preds. Got to avoid a safety here. Ross looking over the middle, and that one, Jamaica Marcus, he had a lane to catch it, but just could not haul it in. DB was really on him. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I think it was a 50-50 catch and just could not pull it off. 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Predators. Great throw by Ross, just into traffic. Great credit to the Lions defensive backs there, blocking down the receivers.
Predators would love a first down here.
They definitely need it. And again, I'm surprised that they put Ricky in at receiver. He's a great route runner. He gets open, but with the way he's been commanding this offense at quarterback, I'm surprised they took him out.
I know it.
3rd and 12 for Ross, and we've got something.
Timeout, it looks like.
Whistles. I'm not sure what happens. Timeout. The timeout called by the Predators. Offensive coordinator didn't like what he saw. Calls it a day. 6:46 left in the 4th quarter. Past the halfway mark in this final act of what has been a crazy game thus far. Preds up 38-6 on the Georgia-Lina Lions, who beat them by 12 points in their last meeting. Alrighty, so maybe we can get a snap off this time. 3rd down and 12 from the 2-yard line of the Predators. McKinney goes in motion. Ross wasn't ready for the snap. He's just got to get out of the end zone. He does make it, and I think we've got a face mask. Yep, Ross is saying he's got a face mask. Could luck be on his side today?
It was the back judge that threw it, so.
We do have flags down. It looked like they tackled Ross by the face mask. I'm not sure what happened. It's tough to see. And they're picking up the flags. The Lions appear to be moving backwards. Ricky is going all the way to the sideline for some reason. And it does look like they're going to move this one up.
Yes, sir.
Not sure if they're going to call it an automatic first down or not. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And yes, automatic first down. So luck is on Josh Ross's side today, at least on that play at least. Bad snap that he was barely ready for. It hit him right in the chest. He was able to corral it, got out of the end zone, was tackled by the face mask, and managed to tack on 10 yards to what was maybe a 2-yard run. Net of 12, let's say. Ross back to pass. Under extreme duress, rolls out, and he's just going to try to take off, but he didn't get very far. And the wall has almost fallen apart. Wow! And the fans push it over. You know, it was only a matter of time, because let me tell you something about these walls. They're put together, there's nothing holding them back, like there's no support beams or anything. They're held together with bolts, and each wall has 3 bolts in it, or 3 slots, 4 bolts. But the Lions only put 1 bolt in each wall, and they put them in the middle so they can rotate around that middle bolt, and that's what you saw happen there. The walls did not come apart, but they fell over. And Ross, after all that, nets a yard, and he's going to throw over the middle, high and incomplete.
He got lucky on that one.
Yeah, Cedric Proctor had a shot at it, but Ross was just not able to complete, possibly compensating for a Lions pass rush that has really gotten itself together now. 3rd down and 9 for the Predators as we approach 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Ricky McKinney has still not caught a pass at receiver. I don't even know that he's been targeted. He's actually out of the game now, so maybe they could be thinking it's garbage time and they don't want Ricky getting hurt, but again, I'm still surprised at the way the Predators have given up points in the second half in past games. I'm surprised they took Ricky out. Whoa! Cedric Proctor got hammered, and that pass almost intercepted. Chaos on that play. Cedric Proctor was the motion man, but there was a DB right at the line of scrimmage, and he just lowered his shoulder as Proctor showed up and put him into the ground. That's a legal play. and it threw everything off. Ross tried to go deep, but the ball was underthrown. DB had a shot at it, but just could not lay out far enough. Hit the ground right as the guy was catching it, and it falls incomplete. Ricky is coming back into the game. I didn't see Ross check out. All right, so Ricky's going in at receiver. He's got to get the play from Ross. He was late to the huddle. 4th down and 9 for the Predators in their own territory. They've got to at least get some yards here. We have less than 4 minutes left. Ross looking back to pass, got a clean pocket, slings it over the middle.
Oh, he's got him. That's 6, baby.
I think that's Gary Fuller with a look and score that could put the icing on the cake. What a play, Ross, with the post that was not completed against the Steam. Brings it up with a beautiful touchdown pass that puts the Predators up 44-6. What a play, what a pass, what a game.
Mike Lee is loving tonight.
.3:15 and counting left in the 4th quarter. Predators looking to make this a 40-point lead. That would certainly be very ironic. They get a 2-point conversion and the score stands. The Predators beat the Lions after 40 points, after the Lions score 40 points in the second half of their first meeting.
I doubt if
Ross
they
is just
can
going to
score
sweep this to the
40.
outside. Probably should have pitched it, but I think he went a little too close to the sideline. Somehow he's still up on his feet. He's got both teams pushing him, and he fumbled the ball. And the guy that picked up the fumble was tackled in his own end zone, so
Should be safety.
I think that's a 1-point safety. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a 1-point safety. It doesn't really matter at this point because the Predators are up by so much.
They won.
And we've got another fight. Jackson! Oh, the black tank top. Yeah, he was. Man, he passed us and he was talking junk. A fan started that fight. Man, how many times can you say that? That's like, I might be one of 2 times I ever get to say that phrase in my entire life. A fan has started a fight that is still going on. And I tell you what, when you're up like this, like again, we've got 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. They got to stop jawing at this point, just finish the game. Because if they don't get this sorted out, the refs might call it. The refs might just cut their losses and finish this thing off. Hunter Rippey, the quarterback of the Lions, went all the way down to the far end zone to try and help break it up. I mean, you can't blame the Lions for being upset, but to think they're still going at it, this is something else. They are still going. This is unreal. We've got players arguing with fans. We've got players arguing with players. If we had family members on this field, I think they'd be fighting too. Okay, both teams at this point are starting to get into some semblance of a formation now. Ricky at least looks like he's ready to take a snap at quarterback. Okay, I think the Preds are trying to line this one up. There's some kind of huddle in the back of the end zone with the Lions, but some of the Predators are trying to eavesdrop on it. And the refs give the signal to start rolling the clock, so everybody's got to get back into position.
Clock is rolling.
Yep. Under 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here. And they're going to say the Predators did not get the 2-point conversion. Lions have the ball. I believe Scott Osley is still in at quarterback. 1st down and 10 for the Lions from their 5-yard line. Again, at this point, a comeback is almost impossible.
Looks
And
like
I think we
Rippey's
got a false
okay.
start. Motion man might have gone over the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. I mean, this close to your own end zone, it's not really going to affect you. It might be 2.5 yards at the most. They get pushed back, but yeah, and they will call a false start on the Lions. They're going to be pushed back to their own 2-yard line. Scott Osley now has even less room to work with. Camera over some.
Rippey's in the end zone down there. He looks okay.
Yeah, I guess they tried to go for a quarterback switch. I mean, you can't blame the Lions for switching quarterbacks, but I mean, even at this point, I'm surprised they haven't tried to put Rippy back in, because honestly, he hasn't gotten many reps, but he hasn't done much with him either. And he can't do much there either. He fouls the ball. Oh no, the ball's still on. The refs never blew the whistle. So the Predators have a chance to score 50 points here if this stands. I don't know. It looked to me like his knee was down when the ball came out, but I wasn't. I was looking at the far end zone when they snapped the ball. I didn't see what happened. Osley did catch it. Now, Osley got the ball, and he got past the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a yard or two, went down, fumbled the ball at some point. The Predators say it's their ball. The Lions say it's their ball.
The ref says
And
start
the
the
refs
clock.
say it's a turnover. Another one by the Lions with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Predators up 44-6 in the closing stages of what has been a dominant performance by their defense. Now here, as tempting as it may be, given what we've seen and what we saw against the Cowboys, in which the game was supposedly, I haven't confirmed this, but the game was supposedly stopped at the 1 minute warning in the fourth quarter because an actual fist fight broke out between a Cowboys player and a fan. So given this place's history of rowdy inhabitants, be they on the field or off of it, I think it's in the Predators' best interest to just start taking some knees or running some quarterback sweeps. I think the last thing you need to do is score here and start another fight.
Yeah.
As tempting as it may be. And no, they actually rolled the clock after the change of possession. I think the refs are trying to get this one over with too. A good choice if you ask me. Ross is under center and he fumbles a snap, and he's purposefully not going towards the end zone, and the Lions suplexed him, but again, that's the right call by him, not going for the score. Just trying to get everybody out of here in one piece. Clock is rolling, and the Lions called a timeout. That's a kind of petty, honestly, but can't blame them for getting more points. You know, even though it's in garbage time, it's very refreshing to see a quarterback under center. I tell you, it never happens in this league. I don't know why. I think under center is better, but hey, the snaps have been spot on for both teams this game. Great job by the centers.
Yes. Yeah.
And as
2
soon as
weeks
we praise
ago,
Ross
there were a
Ford,
lot
he's
of
back in the
mistakes.
shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. He's looking to throw, and he just throws it away. That's going to stop the clock with 9 seconds left. Or no, they're rolling it. I think that's going to be the last play of the game. A mercy count by the referees, and that's it. The game is over.
Game.
They have mercy ruled the Lions into a 44-6 loss at home. Or no, they're I don't know, the clock has expired, but the Predators are going out for another snap. The clock should have stopped after Ross threw that incompletion, so I guess they're going to let him run another play. I think they just need to...
Wise thing here would be to take a knee.
Yeah, and Ross is going to roll out, and wow, he got hammered right at the 1 yard line. He fumbled it right at the end. I don't think it matters.
He asked for that.
Yeah, he was just trying to kill time on that snap and get everybody out of here. So surely that is the end of this odyssey of a game. And yep, the players are hugging. That is it. We get out without another fight. And your final from Augusta, Georgia, the Predators avenging their loss in brutal fashion with a 44-6 win over the Georgia-Lina Lions on the road. Mike Lee is celebrating. The Predators are celebrating. How could you not celebrate after a dominating performance like that? You know, Bob, I just realized something. In 4 years of us calling these games, that is the fewest points any team has allowed at any point, except for Cape Fear in the first game against the Dragons. On either side, they were the only other team we played or played against that allowed 6 points in one game.
You know, you're right.
The Predators had their best defensive performance in franchise history, their best offensive performance in franchise history, and it amounts to a 44-6 win and a complete dominating performance, a blowout
And if
of the
you're
Georgia-Lina Lions.
if your thoughts were correct, that gives them the trophy.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, for all the difficulties we had with the streaming and the technical issues that we've experienced, everybody got out of this game in one piece. We had a great time. It was a A lot of roadblocks along the way, but we made it out. The Predators are 2-1, and as of July 11th, 2020 at 9:10 p.m., the Carolina Predators are your COVID League champions with the tiebreaker win over the Georgia-Lina Lions. Again, that is not an official title. They actually haven't, there's no official trophy or anything, but given that this is the last game of the season as of now for both of these teams, and there's no more games scheduled, the Lions beat the Predators in their first meeting. The Predators come out here and beat the Lions to a pulp in their second meeting. And we believe that, and again, there's not even a governing body over this haphazard league we've cobbled together in the wake of this COVID-19 pandemic. But as of now, the Carolina Predators are your unofficial COVID League champions. For all of us here at the Carolina Predators broadcast
Maybe they'll
crew,
have a ring that says COVID on it.
I know, I told them at halftime I want to get them rings that has the virus on it. But again, there could be a playoff. I'm sure after this game, the Lions are going to want another crack at them for a 3-game series, almost like in baseball. Lord knows what the Tornadoes canceling their season. They got slots to book more games. And I'm sure the Predators would be fine to play again if they wanted to. But again, as of 9:11 p.m. on July 11, 2020, the Carolina Predators have won an unofficial league championship. What a game, what a night.
Bring on the Cowboys. I want to play them now.
Huh?
Bring on the Cowboys. I want to play them
Oh,
now.
hell yeah. Let's bring on the Cowboys. Well, for all of us here with the Carolina Predators broadcast crew, Seth Edwards, Jackson Ruff, and Jalen Ruff, our cameraman, Bob Fitzpatrick, our color commentator, for all of us, Luke Ruff signing off from the NTAC Fitness Center in Augusta, Georgia. Carolina Predators with their second win in franchise history, 44-6 over the Georgia-Lina Lions in a revenge game that went wrong in all the wrong ways for the home team. If there is a next time, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you next season. Godspeed.
Goodbye, and thank you. And watch tomorrow.